Have you ever felt the sting of realizing that someone you thought cared about you was merely using you? It's a gut-wrenching experience to pour your heart and soul into a relationship, only to awaken to the unsettling truth that it's built on emptiness. How do you navigate this painful revelation and protect your inner peace? The first step is recognizing the subtle signs that reveal someone's true intentions. In today's episode, we'll explore behaviors that signal when someone is exploiting your kindness. These aren't just red flags, they are opportunities for us to practice stoic resilience and wisdom. Together, we'll uncover 10 distinct attitudes that indicate you might be in a one-sided relationship, everything from broken promises to emotional manipulation. Instead of dwelling on the negativity, we'll focus on how to respond with strength and clarity. How can you identify when you're being taken for granted? What are the telltale signs of a relationship lacking genuine care? These questions are vital, and today, we'll seek answers while maintaining your self-respect and tranquility. Stay with us until the end. The insights we share can transform how you perceive your relationships. I encourage you to engage with this journey. If you find value in what we discuss, drop a comment to let us know you're on this path with us. And don't forget to subscribe for more enlightening videos each week. Let's dive in and arm ourselves with the wisdom of Stoicism to navigate the complexities of human connections. Now, let's explore the first sign that someone might only be using you and doesn't care: the failure to keep promises. Have you ever trusted someone's promise, only to find yourself waiting as it fades into nothingness? The weight of disappointment can anchor your heart, dragging it into the depths of disillusionment. This is a struggle many face when others fail to deliver on their promises. So what wisdom can Stoicism offer us in these moments of betrayal? Imagine walking through the ancient streets of Rome, where a Stoic philosopher faced a similar betrayal. He had lent a significant amount of money to a trusted friend, who promised to return it on a specified date. Yet, when the day came, the friend was nowhere to be found. Instead of succumbing to anger or despair, the philosopher turned inward, reflecting on the teachings of the Stoic philosopher asked himself, "What is within my control?" Let's apply this to our lives. When someone breaks a promise, do you allow it to disrupt your inner peace, or do you remember that their actions are beyond your control, while your response is entirely yours? Stoicism teaches us to distinguish between what we can change and what we must accept. Can you recall a moment when you practiced this distinction? How did it feel to let go of the burden of trying to control the uncontrollable? In our story, the Stoic philosopher realized that while he couldn't dictate his friend's actions, he could control his reaction. He chose understanding over resentment, viewing the broken promise as an opportunity to bolster his resilience and independence. So, I encourage you to reflect on this the next time someone fails to keep a promise. How will you respond? Will you allow their actions to disturb your tranquility, or will you, like the Stoic, find strength in what you can control: your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions? In the grand theater of life, we are the masters of our inner stage. Let the unkept promises of others be mere fleeting shadows while you remain the steadfast light, shining with the wisdom of Stoicism. The second sign is a disregard for your needs or feelings. Imagine a small, bustling village in ancient Greece where a young man pours his heart and soul into supporting a friend in need. Despite his earnest efforts and genuine care, his friend continually overlooks his feelings and needs, taking his kindness for granted. The neglected friend feels a growing turmoil within. Now let me ask you, have you ever felt unseen or unappreciated by someone to whom you've devoted your time and energy? This story isn't just an ancient tale, it mirrors our own experiences today. When someone treats your generosity as an expectation, ignoring your feelings and needs, it's akin to a sharp wind trying to extinguish your inner flame. Yet, here's where Stoic wisdom shines as a guiding light: your inner flame, dignity, and self-worth remain intact and unharmed unless you allow them to be diminished. Reflect on a time when you felt someone took your efforts for granted. How did that feel? How do you respond? Did you allow their indifference to dim your light, or did you find strength in your self-worth, independent of their acknowledgement? Stoicism teaches us that our happiness and peace are not contingent upon the whims and attention of others. If someone overlooks your needs and feelings, remember that it reflects their character, not your value. How empowering it is to realize you can choose not to let someone else's disregard disrupt your tranquility. Now, envision a future scenario where you encounter such indifference again. Armed with stoic resilience, you approach the situation with clarity and composure. You recognize their behavior without allowing it to unsettle your peace, maintaining your dignity and self-respect. As we navigate our lives, let us don the stoic armor that shields our inner peace from the disregard of others. Remember, our self-worth is a fortress, impervious to the neglect or indifference of those around us. In this steadfast state, we find not just tranquility but profound freedom, the freedom to choose our responses, uphold our values, and live with unwavering serenity amidst the unpredictable tides of human relationships. Sign 3, Diminishing or disdainful comments. The third sign involves diminishing or disdainful comments. The renowned Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters." Let's discuss a familiar experience, those cutting, belittling remarks from someone who seems to take without offering any care in return. Imagine sharing your thoughts or achievements, only to have someone brush them off or, worse, mock them. It feels as if they're trying to diminish your light to make it seem less bright. But here's the Stoic twist: their words and disdain are beyond your control. What you can control is your reaction. Picture yourself as a seasoned Stoic in ancient Rome, where public opinion held great sway. If someone hurled disdainful remarks your way, would you let it shake your foundation? No. You would remember that your worth isn't dictated by their words, it's something you carry within you, unassailable and entirely yours. So when you encounter someone using you without regard for your feelings and they hurl those diminishing comments your way, ask yourself, why give them the power to disturb my peace? Think about it. They might throw words at you, hoping to provoke a reaction, but you choose not to grant them that power. Instead, you respond with equanimity and poise. I'm not suggesting this is easy, it's a practice, one that requires daily effort and mindfulness. The next time you find yourself in such a situation, take a deep breath. Remember, you are the captain of your soul, the master of your thoughts. You have the power to choose not to let their words penetrate your armor. By doing so, you can remain calm and steadfast in the face of negative comments. This is one of the invaluable lessons Stoicism offers, recognizing what is within your control and what is not, and choosing to focus your energy on the former. So, the next time someone's words aim to belittle you, smile, nod, and remind yourself that their opinions are just that, opinions, not definitions of your reality. You are the architect of your inner landscape, build it strong and fortified with Stoic wisdom. Sign 4, Absence in critical moments. Imagine being caught in a metaphorical storm, expecting to see a friend by your side, weathering the tempest together. But when you look around, they're gone, leaving you to face the storm alone. This situation isn't merely a test of endurance, it's a profound moment for self-discovery and growth. Let's explore a bit of Stoic wisdom. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control the actions of others, such as a friend being absent when we need them most, we can control our responses. Your friend's absence is beyond your control, but your reactions, emotions, and inner peace are entirely within your grasp. Think back to a time when someone wasn't there for you. Did you feel let down? That's a natural reaction. However, Stoicism encourages us to reframe these experiences. It teaches us that our inner peace and resilience should not rely on the presence or actions of others. So, the next time you find yourself alone during a challenging moment, remember that you possess a deep well of inner strength. Ask yourself, what can I control here? You cannot dictate others' actions, but you can choose your response, your determination, and your presence in your own life. This Stoic mindset does not imply that you become an island, indifferent to others. Instead, it's about recognizing what is genuinely within your power. It's about strengthening your mind and soul with the understanding that your strength does not depend on anyone else's presence or validation. Returning to our metaphorical storm, envision yourself standing firm against the winds, not because you are immune to the pain of abandonment, but because you have cultivated an inner resolve that no external force can shake. This encapsulates the essence of Stoicism, the ability to find peace within yourself, even when the world around you feels uncertain and unreliable. In moments of solitude, especially when you expected support, embrace the opportunity for self-reflection. What has this experience taught you about your own resilience? How can you leverage this moment to enhance your independence and inner peace? Remember, the absence of others does not lessen your worth or your ability to confront life's challenges. Here's a Stoic practice to consider: when you find yourself feeling alone in a tough situation, take a few moments to reflect on what is within your control. Breathe deeply, ground yourself in the present, and affirm your own strength. Visualize yourself as a mighty oak tree with deep roots. The wind may howl, and the rain may pour, but you remain steadfast, unyielding, and centered. When the storm eventually passes, and it will take time to reflect on how you've grown through the experience, you'll realize that you can face challenges head-on, not because you're indifferent to the support of others, but because you've cultivated a self-sufficiency that embodies Stoic wisdom. You are now stronger, wiser, and more resilient than ever. So the next time someone is absent when you need them most, remember that their absence does not define your strength. Your strength is nurtured within, through your thoughts, actions, and dedication to living a life of virtue and wisdom. With this mindset, you'll discover that no storm, no matter how fierce, can ever uproot you. If you've been watching this video, I suspect you might be experiencing a challenging time in your life, or perhaps you're seeking to broaden your understanding of Stoicism. Regardless, I would greatly appreciate it if you could give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and subscribe to the channel for all the valuable resources you need to embrace these eye-opening lessons in your life. Sign 5, Guilt Manipulation. Now, let's address another insidious behavior that indicates someone may be using you: guilt manipulation. Have you ever encountered someone who twisted a situation to make you feel responsible for their emotions, their actions, or even their well-being? This is a common manipulation tactic where someone uses guilt as a means to control you. Picture yourself in ancient Athens, where a philosopher observes a friend attempting to guilt-trip him into an action he knows is wrong. Grounded in Stoic principles, the philosopher recognizes this manipulation as a test of his integrity and wisdom. How often have you encountered a similar scenario? Perhaps someone said, "If you truly cared about me, you would do this," or, "I can't believe you're letting me down." It's easy to fall into the trap of feeling compelled to act against your better judgment out of guilt. But here's the Stoic perspective: no one can make you feel anything unless you allow them to. When someone attempts to manipulate you with guilt, it's essential to step back and analyze the situation through a Stoic lens. What are they trying to achieve? Does their goal align with your values and principles? If it doesn't, the answer is clear: do not let their manipulation divert you from your path. Let's practice this mindset the next time someone tries to guilt you into something. Pause and reflect. Ask yourself, am I acting out of a sense of duty and virtue, or am I being manipulated? If it's the latter, remember that you have the power to say no, to stand firm in your convictions, and to protect your inner peace. Here's a Stoic exercise to assist with this. Whenever you feel guilt being used against you, visualize a protective barrier around your mind, an unbreachable wall that keeps manipulation at bay. Within this wall, you hold your values, your sense of justice, and your commitment to living a life of integrity. No one's words, no matter how persuasive, can penetrate this wall unless you allow them to. And let's not forget that Stoicism teaches us it's perfectly acceptable to say no. It's okay to prioritize your well-being and principles over someone else's manipulative tactics. By doing so, you not only safeguard your peace but also establish boundaries that prevent others from exploiting your kindness and empathy. So the next time someone tries to guilt you into something, stand tall. Respond not with anger or resentment but with calm, clear, and firm resolve. Let them know your actions are guided by reason, not manipulation. In this way, you maintain your stoic poise, protect your integrity, and reinforce your commitment to a virtuous life. Sign 6, only available when they need something. Let's discuss this further. Let's talk about individuals who only seem to appear when they want something from you. You know the type. When things are going well for them, they're distant or even absent, but the moment they need a favor, they suddenly show up, brimming with flattery and false concern. This behavior is a clear indication that someone is using you, and recognizing it is essential for safeguarding your peace. Imagine yourself as a respected Roman senator, admired and held in high regard, yet approached only by certain individuals when they require your influence or resources. The Stoic response isn't to react with anger or bitterness, but to perceive these interactions for what they truly are, transactions lacking genuine friendship or care. How often have you found yourself in a situation where someone who seldom reaches out suddenly needs something from you? Perhaps it's a request for help, a favor, or even just your time and attention. Once they get what they want, they vanish, leaving you feeling used and unappreciated. This pattern can be draining and disheartening, but Stoicism provides a way to navigate these situations with clarity and composure. The first step is to recognize the pattern without judgment. Not everyone seeking your assistance is trying to take advantage of you. However, when you observe that someone only appears when they need something, it's important to step back and evaluate the relationship. Are you valued for who you are, or merely for what you can provide? Stoicism encourages us to set boundaries, not out of selfishness, but out of wisdom. You have the right to protect your energy and resources, especially from those who take without giving anything in return. This doesn't mean you should stop helping others, rather, it's about being discerning, choosing to offer your support where there is mutual respect and appreciation. The next time someone who rarely engages with you suddenly makes a request, take a moment to reflect on the nature of that relationship. Are they contributing to your life in any meaningful way, or is this another one-sided transaction? If it feels like the latter, it's perfectly acceptable to say no or to consider whether this is a request you truly want to fulfill. Here's a Stoic exercise to try before responding to such requests. Meditate on the principles of justice and fairness. Ask yourself, is this a just exchange? Am I being treated fairly? If the answer is no, allow yourself to decline gracefully. You are not obligated to give endlessly, especially to those who only take. Now, let's address one of the clearest signs that someone may be using you, their lack of empathy or understanding. A person who genuinely cares for you will make an effort to grasp your feelings, empathize with your struggles, and offer support when you need it. However, if someone consistently shows little to no interest in your emotions, experiences, or well-being, it's a strong indication that they may be using you. Picture a Stoic philosopher in the midst of a bustling marketplace, surrounded by people preoccupied with their own lives, oblivious to the quiet struggles of others. This philosopher remains calm, not out of indifference to the suffering around him, but because he understands that true empathy requires more than just a fleeting glance, it demands deep and sincere concern. In your own life, you may encounter individuals who seem indifferent to your challenges. Perhaps you've shared something significant with them, only to receive a dismissive or uninterested response. This lack of empathy can be painful, but it also serves as a sign that this person may not have your best interests at heart. Stoicism teaches us to view these moments as opportunities to reassess our relationships. Are you surrounding yourself with people who genuinely care about you, or are you investing your energy in those who see you as merely a means to an end? When you find yourself in such a scenario, pause and reflect. Are you being valued for who you are, or only for what you can provide? If you consistently experience a lack of empathy or understanding from someone, it may be time to reevaluate their role in your life. Stoic wisdom encourages us to seek relationships built on mutual respect and understanding, where empathy flows freely in both directions. You deserve to be surrounded by individuals who genuinely care about your well-being, who take the time to understand your struggles, and who offer support without any expectation of return. When faced with someone who shows a persistent lack of empathy, consider this Stoic approach: focus on nurturing relationships with those who uplift and support you. Dedicate less time to those who drain your energy and more to those who enrich your life. You have the power to choose who enters your inner circle. By being aware of the signs that indicate someone is using you, you can protect your peace, preserve your energy, and foster relationships grounded in genuine care and mutual respect. These are just a few signs that may reveal someone's true intentions, and Stoicism equips us with powerful tools to recognize and address them. By applying Stoic principles, you can navigate these challenging situations with wisdom, strength, and a profound sense of inner peace. If you found this video helpful, please remember to like, comment, and share it with someone who might benefit. Subscribe to the channel for more insightful content and daily wisdom to keep you motivated throughout the day.